Hi all, Gavor from Belligerent Older Gamers here. Today I'm checking out a game called Battlechasers Nightwar. Battlechasers Nightwar comes from THQ Nordic and was released in October 2017. THQ Nordic appears to be a publisher, as far as I'm concerned, of nothing of great note. I've looked through their list of games and I haven't really played, well, not any, but not many of them, and none of them are even close to my top 500 games. THQ Nordic appears to be an accumulator of other studios, and they own a bunch of studios that made games that I did kind of enjoy. Things like Joe Wood, who made Jagged Alliance. Of course, that was a really long time ago. They do make Darksiders and Titan Quest, two games which I have played, neither of which I particularly like. THQ Nordic also, a little while ago, I think they're a little bit notorious for doing an AMA, or an Ask Me Anything, on 8chan, which given the intended audience of this channel, I won't actually say what they're quite well known for. Battlechasers is based on a comic by, and I'm going to get this wrong, Joe Madureira. Never heard of it, but I don't know, maybe it's worth checking out someday. Alright, I guess there's nothing more to do than start the game. Cool. So, I like the art already. Look at this. Is this a robot? It's not a robot, is it? Some dude in ginormous armor. Guy with an oversized sword.
The great warrior
Talking!
Aramis vanished.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip this.
Left behind
Because
mighty gauntlets.
I don't care. It's gonna be your usual fantasy claptrap.
Everyone hang on!
It's an airship!
What are you waiting for? Shoot back!
With what? It's a stealth ship.
This is stealth?
Just do something.
It's always on me.
And skip! I'm gonna have to say that I've got a problem with this game already, which I'll probably come back to in a minute, but it's going to do with the way that the people are dressed, as I've seen so far. A dude, a dwarf, a wizard, and a lady. Oh, I didn't read any of that. He probably said something interesting. If you pay any attention to the way these games are made, you'll know how they've been armoured, dressed and armoured. Oh, bit of WASD. I have absolutely no idea what this game is. Absolutely none. So. The fact that it's an RPG, I don't know anything. Everything crashed. Great. Good art. Diverse colours. Now we've got infantry maybe? Probably inventory. I don't know what space does. Does something. The other buttons, just clicking left and right button does nothing. Oh, so, God, it's like a... Alright, so this does nothing. It must mean something in particular. Pressing I, that brings up the inventory. Oh, there we are. Character. Some stats. Journal. A codex. Wow, a whole tab for fishing. Fantastic. I love fishing games. No, I don't. Oh, here's a dude. There's that guy with that funny looking head that I thought was a robot.
Rhino, you're alright.
Oh, it's a lady.
You've been resting.
I guess was I dreaming?
I did. No, we've
Talking. There we go. Oh, what happened? Where did I put him? X and Z. Is he in my backpack now? He's... Oh, that's for swapping characters. So he's in his back pocket and he's in his back pocket. I'm a little bit confused. But if I... What did that do? Cool. Killed the whole party. There we go. Be careful pressing space. My initial reflex is to just hit space to jump, because you know everyone wants to jump up and down. Kaplow! Look out! There's no danger here. One of those zero danger situations. I mean, I gotta say, ooh, I really want to go back down there. There's a chest. I gotta say, the art is definitely the most striking part of this game so far. Very nicely done. Not a big fan of the art of the characters, but then I'm kind of picky about that sort of thing. I tend towards more realistic rather than cartoony. Cool. Sweet. Someone got a ginormous chest to put one common part and 13 gold coins in. Obviously, efficiency is not a big hallmark of this world. I'm just going to have my own adventurous music. Oh, what was that? Cool, something dripping. We already established this game, it's something dripping, and now it's got a different texture. Oh, it's a battle! Oh, we're both here now! I really like to know more about the mechanics of how these two swap in and out. Is it magic? Do they have a magical dimension that each one pops into? What is this thing? Green slime, level 3? We both suck at level 1, we don't know anything about it. Jab, defend. Need more mana. No, I can't use it. Oh, it's him. Wasn't it the other guy? This is... No, what does it take? Maybe it's powering up. Hey, it's dropped down there. Maybe it's powering up. Okay, let's just... Yep. Instant. Gotcha. Classic JRPG style. Yeah, there we go. I've done my scatter shot now. Hey, that hurts. Aha, it's tick. Gotcha. So, let's have a little bit of a look here. Yeah, instant. Instant. Very fast. Interesting. Okay. Well, can't get past something called obliterate. Maybe very fast. Does that mean immediate or drop? No. Just immediate. Oh, he's done. I mean, fair enough too, because that was this little slime dude versus this giant robot dude. He is a robot. He's a steampunk robot, and I will not accept any other explanation. So the art is so good that we have to have a loading screen? No, there's no loading screen. We're now acknowledged. Who says acknowledged to their friends? Acknowledged. Okay, so we're going to an external. Well, the dots mean something? No. Okay, we'll head down here because this is probably something important. Straight into a battle. Classic JRPG battles. Which I don't really like. So I can see that this game isn't going to gel with me because I don't like this already. Cool. Sure. Just a little bit of info for those playing from home. That was not a jab. Yes, defensive matrix. Oh, no, just for you. Not for your teammate. And so the bat attacks you because you've got a defensive matrix. So the AI in this game seems to be a little bit shithouse. Didn't I choose that last time and he did it straight away? Very fast, in inverted commas. This time he appears to be taking his time. Okay, cool. Why don't we... Jeez, I got defend. Reduces by 50%. And protection. Place the damage shield that on an ally that absorbs 31. Why don't we just... I'm gonna buff him. I'm gonna buff him right up. That dude is indestructible. That looks like it said, oh my god, shield, but I think it said damage shield. Dino, that's Dino, I don't know. Where to next? I guess we'll just go with the instant because this dude is a verge of destruction. Knocked out. I love how everything gets knocked out. Right, that was a battle for the sake of a battle. Alright, so... yeah, alright, so the grey dots mean nothing. These little diamonds mean something at least. Cool, so this battle up here, and a flower down here, so let's head for the flower. I'll take the loot, just free loot. Let's see, let's go up here and do the battle. That looks somewhat like, I don't know, a beastly spider? Oh, a spider and a bat this time. Okay. Alright, Spidey, what you got for me? Nothing! He's going to do something big. So I'm thinking I should do something immediate. Scatter shot. I can take a turn, not necessarily going to take a whole turn. So far that hasn't made much sense to me. Give him that not jab. I just noticed that she is wearing the biggest gloves known to man. Don't mind the art on the overland map. What would you call it? Not quite retro. It'd definitely be an art style, but one I'm not really familiar with the name of. Can I go this way? I can go this way. This is our guy, right? It is.
You would have done this.
Maybe. You're brave, kid. You don't have to.
I hadn't.
Something. Talking. Skip. Alrighty, Garrison. Garrison's on board. Very much seems like a game of going to point and dealing with things that are obviously on the map because they've got icons. And I don't know, maybe there's... oh, there was that isometric, or, you know, the more action RPG looking section earlier where we started, where we were actually walking through the scenery, still on rails, but walking through the scenery, going from spot to spot to do stuff. Maybe we'll get more of that. Perhaps it'll be in a dungeon or a forest or something like that. This time we've got 3 dudes and 1 spider. So I'm thinking the spider probably wouldn't have attacked us at this point. So everyone's got a attacks immediately attack, then a defensive option, and then special abilities. Oh, what's this mean? Cool. There we go. There's no rhyme or reason behind it. There's a bit of a delay between pressing escape on those screens and the screen actually disappearing. Now, I have what you might consider to be a bit of a potato computer these days, but it's not quite that bad. This world is falling apart. Oh, do I want to fight spiders or bats? Or spiders or bats? What does this mean? Too hard? This looks like a town, so we'll go through the spider. So, this dude's got 3 abilities here. Cool. I'm not sure what haste is. Warblade. Ah, consumes like 40 overcharge. Okay, so you build up overcharge, and then you use the overcharge to do cool stuff. Gotcha. Nope. Alright, cool. We'll just stick with this. Tried and true. Go the instant attacks. Kill the mob before it even gets a shot. Boom. Knocked out. Can't say dead. It's knocked out. Sweet as. Yeah, it is. This must be the village. Fantastic. Let's bang on a few doors indeed. Can I bang on this door?
Hungry?
Alright, so it turns out there are villages after a big hullabaloo. Jesus, that guy's arms are huge. Does he lift the inn in his days off? Just the whole inn? Let's chat. Harm's way. The disemboweled traveller. This place seems Legit.
Safe day.
Never mind, because I don't really have a lot of time.
You're the townsmith?
Hey,
I feel sorry for the guy who wrote all this dialogue.
hey. Keep him sharp.
Righto, cool. You talk to him, but he doesn't want to sell us anything. Secrets. The collector. Oh, we've got to find a key to get through the gate to go to the next area. Classic. Yep, couldn't care less. What I was hoping to do, and which I might not be able to do now given the time, is I was hoping to run into what looks to be the fourth member of our party. Well, actually no, there was also a wizard dude that was shown earlier. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and assume that I'm not going to be able to find this lady before I have run out of time. And so therefore I'm going to really quickly cut to the chase. And that is that I really hate the gaming trope of the lady being scantily dressed. Even though you're going into battle and everyone else is wearing full armor, the lady will roll up with a small chest plate and a pair of boots and some sort of armored underwear, and that's it. The rest of her completely exposed, as if the power of flesh will fend off the sword blows. It really annoys me. I hate it. It's incredibly sexist, and it's very incredibly misogynist. It's almost like, I don't know, it blows my mind that you still see it in this day and age, and I know that that's what draws a lot of people in. A lot of people like love that sort of thing. They like looking at an exposed thigh like it's 1845. But I don't see why there's a need for it in this day and age. Yes, you see people walking around dressed like that in real life, but it's not what you would call the norm, and you certainly wouldn't see it in people that are travelling from place to place in a serious-minded way. So yeah, I mean, that's my little rant. And whenever I see that in a game, 9 times out of 10, that game goes in the bin. This game, if I loved it, I'd probably push forward. I just wouldn't use her as a character. Well, I guess I'd be forced to. But I'm not loving this game because it doesn't have anything I like. The art's kind of cool, but I don't play games for art. I am not into the JRPG style battles. I'm not a big fan of just wandering around on an overhead sort of overland map. And I don't know what the action RPG looking sections are, but I'm not into action RPGs. So this is like a whole conglomerate of game mechanics that just don't do it for me, which doesn't make it a bad game. From the looks of what I'm seeing, and I do check these games out quite often, this one's put together fairly well and probably would appeal to someone who's into this sort of thing. But let's just push on a little bit further and see what else we find. What are you into, Gavor, you may be asking yourself? Well, I'm more into of the tactical style battles. Turn-based, where you move is as important as what you do. Whereas these ones are all about putting together combos of particular types and anticipating what the enemy's going to do and making sure you're getting your timing right. As you can see, there's a timeline of what's going to happen for all of your plans to come to fruition. Which is probably quite engaging if that's what you enjoy doing. I feel like this is the sort of game that I would find a particular combo that worked really well. Has some birds land on it, that's cool. And then I'd just cheese my way through the game using those combos, and when those combos lost power, became underpowered, that I would just find another combo that worked equally well. Is this 90% of the game? Walking from fight to fight? I'm gonna have to assume it is. Whoa! I'm gonna have to assume it is. More talking. Oh, there's a cannon emplacement on the bridge. We can't go any further, of course. So there's the old artificial obstacles to you progressing to new areas type thing going on here. It happens, but I don't like it, especially when it's just fairly arbitrary. Someone's got a key. What, I can't go into the blacksmiths and ask for the key? Apparently that's not a thing. Also, I like a bit more randomness. Gonna have to look at it. Yeah, look at the hole with a key. Brilliant. Go for place, find key to open next section and go to the next thing. Alright, I can't go in there. Thank you, giant cannon. Let me backtrack all the way back to town. So I assume I have to talk to every single one of these people to get a key to open a gate to go to the next section? Or was there more to the map that I missed out here? Entirely possible. There is an exclamation mark. Let's head towards it. No, yeah, there's another one down here. Yeah, I do like a bit more randomness in my games. Let's have a look. I'm sort of wandering down here twofold. I want to check out what's south, and I want to double check how the... Yeah, always deals the same. So, you know, this gives the opportunity to actually calculate up what's going to happen next. I don't know 14 damage every time. I like the randomness where you've got a range, however that range might be calculated. So you're not always doing the same thing and calculating the same thing. There's an air of uncertainty to it. More bats. Only once have I fought multiple enemies. Best battle. Swift flaps! We're aiming for a PG rating, so let's move with the jab. Oh yeah, big old exclamation mark down there. 2 enemies! I'll stick with my age-old credo of divide and conquer. And by that I mean always focus on one enemy so they're dead, taking them out of the game completely. Removing their ability to act. So if you've got a dude with 1 hit point, he can act equally as strongly as if he had his 4 hit points, or if you spread that damage out across 2 guys. So far I haven't seen a lot of need for anything other than the basic immediate attacks. Indeed, I haven't seen a need for even leveling up, though I probably should. I mean, is there a level up? Oh yeah, no, it just unlocks stuff. No need for me to do anything. I love creating characters and leveling them up, so... Yeah, no, this doesn't really blow my skirt up this hole. Now you've leveled up, here's some new abilities type game. I want to do that. I want to choose the abilities. I want to have a customized character. So stick with the same plan. Yeah, I should have done more. See, what I should have done is paid attention to what the level... Oh, got him anyway. Oh, okay. So he couldn't go for his primary target, so he switched targets to the secondary target. That's... I don't like it. I don't like that. I chose the spider. I know he would have reacted if he saw the spider go down, but how do the turns work? How does time work in this? Are we all moving at the same time, or are we literally, like in a Kung Fu movie, jumping in one at a time to attack? So, like, in my mind, these guys are all sort of acting at the same time, it's just that we're doing it, you know, one bit at a time, like in a turn-based game. Like turn-based combat. So when this dude chose to choose to, you know, attack the spider, but then one of these 2 dudes killed the spider, his turn should have been wasted. I should have been punished for not planning ahead. Yeah, I don't like it. And head down here to... There was such a big exclamation mark, I could not possibly give it a miss. A transition. An exploration area. I don't think it's going to matter if I proceed with caution or not. Fancy campsite. Not gonna... Oh yeah. Just roll up, gank their stuff. Why not? What is a cyclone? It is a cannon. Give it to that guy. Leather vest. Restricted. I can only give it to that guy. Escape key is not amazingly responsive. Sometimes it does something, sometimes it doesn't. Ambush. Wouldn't have mattered if I proceeded with caution or not. Voke the messenger. 75 health. I can't attack him, he's stealthed. He's got a blade shield. Oh well, look, we'll take care of this guy. You'll be dead. These guys are a lot tougher, which is good. These dudes do a lot more damage. Ah. Cool, he's got the healing ability. And she's poisoned. Stick with the Swift Strike, because we're on the verge of taking this guy down. You can see a lot of his moves as the game progresses are going to be heals, because he's the healing guy. Okay, I reckon. What's he got? He's got 15 of those overcharges. Can I use it even without enough? Apparently I can. So that uses up some overcharge, I think, and also some mana. This guy's done for. That's 2 Star Wars quotes I've seen in the last 5 minutes. Find the bandit messenger beard chase. Alright. Oh yeah, cool. Was the messenger. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna call it at this point. Just wander around for a few minutes and give my overall impressions. It's not for me. I don't think it's a badly made game, but it goes in that great pile of games that have no great redeeming features that suck me in, either because they're nothing new, they bring nothing unique to the table, or they're a whole pile of mechanics that don't do anything for me. I don't know. If this game was this, and the isometric bit and the battles were like sort of like turn-based tactical combat with movement, positioning, etc., that might be different. Quite enjoy that for a time. I can't see that it'd hold my attention forever, but it's the sort of thing that I get into for a number of play sessions. Rough calculation for every game is if I get an hour for every $1 that I spent, then I consider that a good investment. Yeah, but otherwise, I'm sure there's more to it, and I'm sure there's more that kicks off once you get further into this, and some more intricacies, but I think it's just going to be more of the same, but it evolves as you go along, like any good game. There's some great underlying mechanics. If you've been playing games for a long time, you'll recognise these when they happen and when they come up. The thing is, those mechanics aren't going to evolve into something that I'm suddenly going to enjoy. So that's why I generally give these games, or any new game, especially in a genre that I'm not particularly interested in, or a game that I didn't know very much about, I give them a good half an hour to an hour to get a feel for what the meat of the game is all about and what you're going to be doing a lot of. And I've got to say, I'm not interested in things that make up the meat of this game and things that I'm going to be doing a lot of. They can evolve as much as they like and they can become as interesting as you like, but fundamentally I'm not going to enjoy it, and I know I'm not going to enjoy it because I'm in my mid-40s and I've played a hell of a lot of games in the last 35 or more years. So Battlechasers, I gave it a go. It was interesting. It looks like a well-made game that would suit someone who's into this sort of thing. It's definitely not for me, and I am never going to play it again. So that's it for me. Gavor out for this one. Make sure, please give us a like and a subscribe. It's just a hobby for me doing this, but I do like to think that people are watching them. So come, just subscribe so you know when I bring something new out. I try to do at least one a week. Come back, check us out again, and I will catch you next time.